from August 1 to 12, the Soviet command carried out a regrouping of the Transcaucasian Front. The troops of the 44th Army from the Makhachkala and Baku area were moved to the defensive lines along the Terek, Sulik, and Samur rivers. At the same time, 5 rifle divisions, 1 tank brigade, 3 rifle brigades, 3 artillery regiments, an armored train, and several other units were redeployed to the Terek and Ural lines from the Soviet-Turkish border and the Black Sea coast. Alongside the organization of this regrouping, significant forces were allocated from the Stavka reserves to reinforce the troops of the Transcaucasian Front. From August 6 to September, the Transcaucasian Front received 2 Guard Rifle Corps and 11 separate rifle brigades. On August 19, the German 17th Army launched an offensive in the Novorossiysk direction, delivering a main strike against Novorossiysk and Anapa and auxiliary strikes against Temriuk and the Taman Peninsula. The Soviet 47th Army, outnumbered, managed to repel the attack and by August 25 pushed the enemy back. On August 28, German troops resumed their offensive in this direction and captured Anapa on August 31, resulting in the naval infantry units defending the Taman Peninsula being cut off from the main forces of the 47th Army, while the ships of the Azov military flotilla were forced to break through to the Black Sea. On September 11, units of the 17th Army, having captured most of Novorossiysk, were stopped on the southeastern outskirts of the city. In the new offensive, conducted from September 19 to 26, the 3rd Romanian Mountain Division was almost completely destroyed. Due to heavy losses, on September 26, German troops switched to defense near Novorossiysk, which lasted for over a year. On August 23, German troops launched an offensive on Mozdok, while the 23rd German Tank Division struck Prokladny and captured it on August 25. Further attempts to advance along the Prokladny-Orjonikidze railway were unsuccessful. On the morning of September 2, the Germans began to cross the Terek River near Mozdok, seizing a small foothold on the southern bank of the river. German troops launched a strong attack on the night of September 4 and advanced 10 kilometers south of Mozdok. However, they suffered heavy losses, particularly due to the actions of the Soviet Aviation, 4th Air Army. On September 24, German troops, reinforcing the Mozdok grouping with the 5th SS Panzer Division Viking, withdrawn from the Tuapse direction, launched an offensive through the Elkotovskaya Gates, along the valley of the Terek River, towards Orjonikidze and along the railway from Prokladny to Grozny along the Suwunja River valley toward Grozny. By September 29, after 4 days of fierce fighting, German troops captured the settlements of Terek, Planovskoye, Elkotovo, and Ilarianovka. However, they were unable to advance beyond Malgobek and were forced to switch to defense. Simultaneously with the battles on the Grozny and Novorossiysk fronts, fierce fighting began in mid-August involving the units of the 46th Army of the Transcaucasian Front in the passes of the main Caucasian Ridge, where they faced the German 49th Mountain Army Corps and 2 Romanian mountain rifle divisions. By mid-August, elements of the 1st German Mountain Division had approached the Klucker Pass in Mount Elbrus, where on August 21, German climbers raised the Nazi flag. In early September, German troops also captured the Maruk and Sancharsky passes. As it became evident that a considerable number of specially trained mountain units were essential for effective resistance against the German forces of the 49th Mountain Corps in the mountains, at the end of August 1942, upon the directive of the commander of the Transcaucasian Front, Army General Ivi Tyilnev, the establishment of separate mountain rifle detachments commenced. During the second phase of the German offensive, August 19 to September 29, despite a number of setbacks, the Soviet troops were generally able to halt the advances of the German forces and prevent them from breaking through into the Caucasus. The balance of power also gradually improved in favor of the Soviet troops.